main purpose of this call is making sure that we have your branding on point. Because the one thing I want you to think about is when it comes down to the fitness niche, right now, what you're doing right now is great, it's educational, but you're just another fitness trainer on there. That's the big thing here. And I don't know if you got to sort of see the list I sent to you about 30 minutes ago. I did it this morning. So it's about 12 hours my time. But on that list, you can actually see all the top creators. And a really, really interesting one is Eddie Abal. Have you heard of Eddie? Guy from England.
I have heard of Eddie.
Yeah. Yeah. So Eddie, he basically does like fitness content, you know, but he has his angle. So he's selling weight loss and gain muscle. He's saying exactly the same thing as you, but what he's doing is his marketing angle is us versus corporations, us versus pharma, us versus the industrial complex. So this is the thing, like this is why that's why I gave you that document, and I really wanted to go through that one, because what you have right now is, again, like, you're not looking at this from the perspective of how can I be unique, because you can say exactly the same thing you're selling right now, but you've got to have your target market, because right now you have a slightly early movers advantage on school. That's the reason why you've easily been able to get to page one within like a month and a half. But the biggest thing that you need to think about is, if you're like your brand going forward, once you get this on point, and again, I'm going to work with you on it today, you're going to have two things. One, you're going to have the ability to sell more high ticket because you're going to speak more to that specific avatar. And number two, again, the school community is, again, it's still going to be orientated towards that specific avatar, but it can be less, how can I say, it can be less specific, but it's still specific, if that makes sense. So what I'm looking to do today is I'm really looking to hone in on the type of avatar that like you're going after, because it's already within the audience, but it's just about honing in on that specific person, so that when you do have your messaging, again, messaging is key. When you do have your messaging, they're going to say, yo, Brent is talking exactly to me. Like, I feel everything he's saying. Is he talking to me? That's what the audience should be feeling. Like, especially with the messaging. Because right now, it's like you're kind of speaking to kind of everybody. But what we want to do is we want to hone in one particular person. So, let me just get, it's about a few questions for you to actually really, really, find this out. So, what would you say are the top 3 problems you help people with?
I help them with losing weight drastically, because everybody says I need to lose weight within 8 weeks or 12 weeks.
Yeah.
Can
Give me
you
a
help
second,
me?
1 second. I'm gonna actually bring this up on here so that we can do this together. So, wrong one. Second. So,
And then when you guys are done talking about this, Michael, I just have a few questions about the task so that I can get them done. I just have a few questions when you guys are done.
yeah, sure. I just want to get this one done first. All right. So, now, second. All right. So, can you repeat that again?
Losing weight drastically.
Drastically. When you say losing weight drastically, how do you mean? Because
in a short period of time.
Okay, losing weight, not drastic. It's not okay. Drastically is like you're gonna make them anaerobic, like very, very fast. Okay, what period of time? What period of time? What period of time we're talking?
12 weeks or less.
12 weeks. Okay, so how much weight? Say again, sorry?
25 pounds.
25 pounds. Okay. In 12 weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. What else? What else is like the top, like really big problems?
Building muscle at my age. People want to know, can they build muscle over 40? I get that a lot too. Building
Okay.
muscle over 40.
Okay. What else?
And what else is it? Oh, uh, getting abs. They want to see their abs. I don't know how they say it, but a lot of times they say, "Hey, I want to see my abs again."
Okay. So just off this, all right, just off this straight away, I see this one as a big one, which is building muscle over 40. Why? Why? And again, I do feel that we can go a bit deeper on this because when I, like, how much, like when, the reason why I said a profitable problem is it has to be some kind of problem that people are thinking of, like, damn, I need to fix this ASAP. That's the reason why we dive deep into problems. Why are you doing it? Well, I want to be here for long term. So when it comes to building muscle over 40, because again, like 25 pounds in 12 weeks, again, that's generic. Every freaking coach on the planet freaking does this. Getting abs.
Mm-hmm.
What coach does not do this? You know?
Right.
So these two right here. So what we again, let's do a few more. Let's expand on this. What other problems do you help with?
How to increase my testosterone naturally.
Okay. Naturally. Okay, we're getting somewhere. What else?
And what foods do I need to eat to build muscle? That's another one too that they always ask. What protein or what type of food can I eat to build muscle?
So again, this one I feel anybody could answer that, but again, like let's carry on. Just reel off, and we'll start to get some ideas here.
Okay. How often do I need to go to the gym to build muscle? I get that a lot. How often do I need to go to the gym? I get what else?
Yeah, keep going.
What's the question? He's asking me like, what questions do I get when people want to work with me?
Problems.
A lot of times.
What are the big problems that people have?
Oh,
Try to identify the big ones.
Can you help me get my energy back? Like I always feel tired now. How can I get my energy back?
Okay.
That girl worrying about the
Okay.
yeah, and let's see. What else did it add? A lot of them, honestly, Michael, say, "How can I look like you, like me? How can I get my body like you?" I get this all the time. I like how you look. Can I look like you at my age?
At 40, right?
Yes.
Okay. So when I said to you, yo, talk to people over 35, I think we should be targeting again, like 35 is a good age, but I think if we get hit 40, because like this again, I'm not sure if you can see my screen.
I see it.
Yeah. Let me just bring up this one guy because this guy, he semi-resonates with me, but not yet. But you'll be able to see his, I think he's called midlife fitness. There you go, this guy. So this one right here, people that are 50 and over are going to resonate with this guy because he's 50 and look at his body, it's banging. You know,
Yeah.
he was 40. When I talked about the before and after, 43, 53 are like, wow, this guy looks like shit at 43. But 53, the guy's looking good. That's the reason why I told you, give me all your fat pictures because I'm going to start to use them in your marketing. But this is what I'm on about hitting your target avatar. You don't need to hit the 20-year-olds. The 20-year-olds have different problems. But these guys that you're talking about over 40, so your target market is 40-year-olds. Okay? Because think about it, right? Think about this. People that are in their 20s have certain problems. People in their 30s have certain problems. People in their 40s have certain problems. People in their 50s have certain problems. So if we start to hone in on these 40-year-olds, what kind of problems do they have? Because if you focus on one type of target avatar, then you start to think, all right, what problems do these people have? What are their biggest problems? Because when you start to think about your target avatar like this, your whole content changes. Think about, all right, I want to have a quick thing. How would your content change? Like what you say to them and everything. How would your content change from what you're doing now to if you're targeting over 40s?
A lot. And whenever I start making my content, I would say, hey, if you want to continue building muscle over 40, this is the exercise you need to do. Or if you want to continue building muscle over 40, you need to be eating these foods and leaving these foods alone. If you want to continue building muscle over 40, this is a great supplement to start with to get your testosterone started again. Like, that's how I would start targeting.
Yeah. So can you see? Carry on. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, can you see why? Like actually having a target, like a really, really precise target avatar can really help you, not only with like your messaging, but it can also help with your content, your offer, and really who you're targeting as a brand as well. Are you starting to see how I'm seeing this?
Yeah, I do. I'm going to start, and actually with us talking, that's what now on my content is, because you know what, Michael, last year I did a video about building legs over 40, and that got a lot of views on YouTube and on Instagram. I was like, oh, okay. And I just had on the description how to build big legs over 40, and that got a lot of attention that year. So yes,
okay,
I can do that.
Yeah, and the thing is, like with your target market as well. The thing is, like, if somebody's 20 years old and they come in and they still want to work with you, you're not going to reject them, but you're just going to say, yo, my target market is 40. If you still want to work out, no problem. But you have to understand that everything's targeted with 40. So again, if somebody like outside of that avatar comes in and says, hey, I want to train with you, you're not going to reject them. But again, you're mainly focused on 40 and over. So, all right. So the next thing, all right, is how can I put this? All right. So what you ideally want to do is you have. All right, let me just build this out for you so you can see this. Let's actually have this. So we have 3 boxes. All right. So we have. Okay. So we have where they are right now. Okay. And this is their big goal. Okay. So the thing is, what you have is where they are now, and you also have the big goal, right? You have these 2 others, but you have one which is something that you can do within, let's say, 1 month. This allows them to get them quick wins. So what I want you to think about now is, we call these quick wins, is I want you to think about what are you able to do within a short period of time that's going to allow these people to be like, you know what, you can achieve this goal. And I'll give you some more context. So for example, in the setting and closing game, the people, like, they come in and they do setting on their accounts. People can ideally make $1,000 quite easily within a month. And then when they're going to make that's the first month. All right, first month. So I said, I'm going to help you get to $0 to $1,000 within the next, I'd say, 30 to 60 days. That's a realistic thing if they follow all the steps. However, if they're looking like 5 10 grand, that's going to take a couple of months. So again, me saying, hey, I'm going to get to 5 grand, it's more of the big goal. But what I'm looking at is quick wins. So what kind of quick wins can you get these 40-year-olds?
I can get their testosterone increase to where they have energy again.
Bro, I'm already thinking about continent.
Right. Yeah, me too. Me and my wife actually made one. Me and my wife actually made
All
a
right,
money.
what else?
I can another quick win
Yeah.
for them. To, I mean, you said it's basic, but I can guarantee them at least 20 pounds off. You know, but everybody can do that. But at over 40, it's a little bit different. So I can guarantee them that. I can guarantee them. What else? Their libido will come back. One of my clients, he's only like 38, and he already told me his wife is happy with libido, but that's kind of like testosterone.
So let's say 4 weeks. What can you do for them in 4 weeks?
Make you have the energy you didn't have before. I can feed you. You know, I can give you a diet that's going to make you just have the energy that you're going to have that you didn't have before. Your cholesterol levels will change. Your blood work will be better. I can get them in a routine.
Okay, on this.
I like this.
All right, okay.
Now this right here, I can go off of gastrointestinal problems. I've helped people get rid of that in 3 weeks.
All right. All right. So what I want to talk about here is I want to talk about the severity and the persistence. All right. And I went over this in the video. I'm not sure if you saw this. Now, the one thing you need to think about is if somebody has high blood pressure, all right, what is the pain that they're going to have from the high blood pressure? It's not that people are not, when you tell people they have high blood pressure, it's like, okay, I have high blood pressure, but how is it impacting? Maybe I have restricted breathing, or maybe it's affecting this part of my life. People, they hear the word high blood pressure, but it's not what impacts them. It's not the painful thing about it. What you need to think about, for example, with type 2 diabetes, the thing with type 2 diabetes, why does this impact people? Because if they take sugar and they know this, they're going to have, I don't know, I think it's like having shakes or something. I don't probably know. But again, the one thing you need to be thinking about is how it directly impacts them. Why is it painful for them? Why is it severe for this person to actually have type 2 diabetes, to have joint pain? Why is it bad for people to have joint pain when they get more weight? Because it hurts every single time they walk. Every time they take a freaking step, they're like, oh, frick, my knees, hurt, my ankles, All right? And this is what I want you to really start to think about, because this is what is going to get somebody to be like, yo, take my fucking money. All right? Apologies for the time, but this is what you need to think about, Brennan. Is when is somebody going to be like, yo, I just take my money, help me. That's what you need to be thinking about. It's not about high blood pressure. It's not about gastro problems. It's how does that affect them? Does it stop them eating certain foods? Because every time they eat it, it hurts. Yeah. Snoring. For most people, snoring isn't that bad, but it's bad for their wife. So then their wife is going to pay to get rid of that problem because it's a headache for their wife. So
yeah, I just screenshotted this right here, and I'm gonna start making videos and talking about it.
I sent you a video on this. It's in the document. I actually recorded the video. I'm not sure if you saw it, but yeah, I can send this over to you. But what this here is, and I'll explain it to you so you can get an idea. You might have to work more on this. All right. So let's say you have a skin condition, and that skin condition makes you itch. Let's say once a week makes you itch. It's like whatever. Let's say you have a skin condition that makes you itch once a day. It's a bit more serious. If you have a skin condition that you're itching all the time, like I had scabies when I was a kid, when I was in my teens, and that itched me all over my body. I couldn't go to school. It was itching all the time. I wanted medication ASAP. I went, Mum, I need medication. That was a desperate situation for me. I needed, that was a serious and persistent problem. Why? Because it was itching me and affecting me all the time. So that ideally, that right there wasn't it was a severe problem, and it was persistent. It means it happened all the time. So the one thing I want you to think about with everything within this is, how severe is that problem? What is the problem, and how severe is it, and how often does it happen to that person? Because the higher up on this chart it is, right here, so this is persistent, this is severe. The higher up on this chart it is, the more likely someone's going to pay for it. And the thing is, if it's in this box right here, then it's severe, but it doesn't happen that often to them. Sorry, if it's persistent and it's kind of, they're not going to pay for it. If it's very severe, but it's not happening that much, they're not going to pay for it. However, if it is very persistent and it's severe, they're going to pay for it. So does what I just said then make sense? But this is really important when it comes to like who you're targeting and the problem, and of course, the target avatar and the offer comes out of this. But does that make sense, Brett?
Yes.
All right. So what I want us to do now is I want us to actually think about what are those problems here. So let's zoom back in. So if we're thinking about these, like since I said that, has anything else come to your head, come to your mind since I've just talked about this?
Yeah. Because a lot of people say I can't eat certain foods no more. I have heartburn. Can you help me fix that issue? I do get that question. Hey, I can't eat eggs no more. I can't eat pizza no more. That makes me feel like I'm about to throw up or come back to heartburn. So I could fix their intestine, their gut health. Gut health. Yep, can't eat certain foods no more like they used to. I'm constantly bloating. I get that a lot too. I could fix bloating.
Okay, so how does okay, all right. So this again, this is the one thing I'm talking about, Brennan. They have bloating, but how does the bloating impact them?
The bloating impacts them because they're always gassy, and they always feel that in their shirt stick out their stomach. They don't like when their stomachs poke out because they're bloated. They don't like wearing certain clothes or outfits because their stomach pokes out due to the bloating.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Again, I think there's something more to it. We're kind of getting, but there's something more to this. All right. Keep on pushing it, because we're gonna have a breakthrough. What else? So, what else do you think about after we're just gonna have this one?
Also, I'm thinking about it's harder for them to get up in the morning due to joint pain, like lower back or knee pain.
Okay, lower back pain.
And they also, I'm just talking, but they say it too. Getting out of bed takes them longer to get out of bed since they hit 40. A lot of them only eat like once or twice a day, so they want their appetite back. Because I tell them they can't get their appetite. You know, they can't build muscle over 40 if they're not eating enough. So they need to, get more protein in, and because a lot of them only eat once or twice a day, so they're wondering how can they get their appetite back. Also, um, a lot of them want longevity, but I forgot how they put it. How they want to live long for their grandkids and their kids and their grandkids. They want to be around like longevity. Um, what else? Um, a lot of them use CPAP machines for snoring because I saw that. They want to know because a lot of the times they snore is because they're overweight. You know, their throat is fat. And I used to snore, so I've been there. I had a CPAP machine. I used to use it, but I don't use it no more because I've lost over 60 pounds. So I used to snore really bad and stop breathing in my sleep. So I don't do that no more. So a lot of people want to know how to get better sleep at night, pretty much, to make a long story short.
Okay. All right. So I remember you started your journey because you needed to lose weight because of the army.
Right.
were there any other reasons besides that was like really the trigger for you to think I need to lose this weight?
Yeah, I would constantly get headaches because my blood pressure was high. I constantly had headaches, and I didn't know what the headaches were from, but the headaches were from me having high blood pressure and not paying attention. Also, my cholesterol was extra high as well.
And how did that impact you?
I didn't notice it, but my doctors, like I said, I hadn't noticed it because I was so used to having, I guess, high cholesterol. So I didn't know what the difference was of having it or not having it. But the numbers said I had it.
Okay, but how did that impact you?
Let me.
Okay. So, Brennis, do you see? Okay, so do you see about this? Like this right here is you were like this high cholesterol. It didn't really impact you. Do you see what I'm talking about here? About this wasn't a painful problem. High cholesterol is like high cholesterol. Oh, okay, okay. High cholesterol, like it's like a foreign language to you because it doesn't really impact you. You know about it. You know it's bad for you, but you still did what you did. Same thing. Like someone says, "Oh, Pepsi's bad for you, Coke's bad for you," but people still drink it because they don't see the actual future impacts of it. People only take action on things when the pain. How do I say this? 1 second.
No, I know what you mean. If it directly impacts them at that time.
So this is a good quote for you to remember. The pain of now needs to be higher than the pain of the perceived change.
Right.
Because if somebody doesn't, if they say, "Yo, this is this is what I need to do, but I'm not that much in pain," I'm not going to do it. So the pain needs to be very high now than what they're perceived to be able to like change. Let me see if there's anything else. Yeah, but okay, one minute. All right. All right, so I want to go back to the quick wins. When it comes to quick wins, let's say within a month, what kind of actual wins can you help them achieve? Like I'm talking like physical, weight loss, all that kind of stuff.
I can help them achieve better sleep at night. I can help them achieve less bloating or no bloating at all. Actually, I can make the bloating go away. I can make sure they get better sleep at night. I can make sure they wake up feeling energized. And I can make sure that they have
What about weight loss? Can you help them anything in regards to weight loss?
Yeah. Definitely. I can help them lose in 4 weeks at least 12 to 15 pounds easily.
Okay. Anything else?
Without, and I could put that in there, like lose 12 to 15 pounds without drugs, like without harmful products, because these days people giving out harmful products. So people want to be able to do that without harmful products.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Let's go back over to the worksheet. Okay. So profit. Okay. So so out of everything that we just done here, what would you say? Okay, let's have a read. All right, so build muscle report, it has some testosterone. I'm trying to look at this. I'm trying to think what is like the biggest problem. Because again, I can say the target market. We can go for guys over 40. That mentioned to you like how to increase testosterone naturally, how it can look like you, all that kind of stuff. But again, we need to be thinking about what is the most painful thing for these guys over 40.
It would be their testosterone, to be honest, completely honest. It would be their testosterone and losing belly fat, to be honest with you. That's what I get out of hey, how can I increase my testosterone and how can I lose this belly fat? They say I tried everything, but my belly fat does not go away.
Okay. So what does, and I've already got an idea about what testosterone does for them, but I'm looking at it from your perspective because you're already over 40. What will that over 40 guy, what is that actually going to do for them?
It's going to help them build muscle over 40, for one. For two, it's going to give them more energy to go to the gym and, be more active with their family and kids. More energy, better mood, way better mood.
Okay.
More energy and be more active with their kids and build, like I said, and continue to build muscle.
All right. Okay. So yeah, I'm thinking how we can move this as an angle. Because you are the embodiment of a guy over 40 who has everything you're talking about here. I'm trying to think what angle we can come with now. Because again, like this is like a really, really good target avatar. It's just thinking about the biggest pain for them, okay, is potentially the testosterone, but having that more energy is like. So would you say, okay, how would you say these ones right here that are highlighted? Would you say these ones right here are the ones that really, really, really are painful and it hurts the hell out of guys over 40 because they don't have it?
Yes, because when I had low testosterone and I didn't have much energy, I would always get sleepy at work. I would fall asleep at work. I would just be waking up, but I would fall right back to sleep. I would doze off sometimes. I would feel like I wanted to doze off when I'm driving sometimes.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. This is, I think we're starting to get somewhere with this now. So when it comes down to, and this is another angle we can go with, is enemies. Who would you say? Let's put this over here. So when it comes down to, let's put this here. Okay, enemies. Who would you say are the enemies? Because again, all right. So what we do, for example, our enemies is cold outbound DMs. All right, we focus on ads and high to high fitness influencers already have an audience. That's our focus. Like our enemies, we don't like doing cold outbound because again, it's a lot more difficult, and it seems more needy. It's doable. It's very, very doable, but it's a lot more difficult and it's more time consuming. That's the reason why inbound from ads from a huge audience is way better. So for you, who would you say are the enemies of what you do?
I would say other coaches that are doing the opposite. Like, is that what you mean? Like, I would say,
like gym coaches, trainers.
yeah, like
that
gym,
just want to take money.
other coaches, yeah, gym coaches, the coaches that work at these chain gyms, they're my enemies.
Why? Why are they the enemies? Why they're the enemy?
Because I provide way better service and packages for what people are paying for. They don't get any results. I just got told that last night that this 63-year-old guy, he's paid for lots of trainers at these commercial gyms and have not seen any results until he started dealing with me. So these guys, so commercial gym people,
just because they're under a gym, it's like they have more credibility. And then not only that, but trainers can look like crap, but still for some reason because they work in the gym, they still get the client based on the gym's name. That's why they're the enemy. And then you have the people on social media that look like Brennan, but they're doing just, what are those things that are jumping around?
yeah, they're doing stuff.
Around.
They're doing stuff that other people can't do.
But people are still drawn to it because they're like, oh, that's how he gets fit, by jumping around or doing those tricks.
Yeah,
it's really not. They don't share that information with their people. They just be getting followers because they look cool jumping around and spinning and.
So yeah, other fitness influencers are my enemies.
That aren't really
providing information.
Yeah.
They're just doing a bunch of stuff.
Okay, and all right, so when it comes down to, okay, so that's one type of enemy. When it comes down to the types of advice, again, that's similar with that one, but because again, like one of the most powerful things you can do, just like Eddie Abu did, and again, you don't need to use him, because again, there are multiple different ones. I don't know if you went through this document yet, and I've said why each of these is successful. Don't even look at Nate Belmar because he had like 500,000 his brother's influence, but the rest of these, they have reasons on why. And again, you need to read through this because again, it will take too long for me to go through this, but each person has a reason why they become successful in school. Some aren't, some have only got like, this guy's like 162, he focuses on women, this one's 59, so not so much. I like this Dr. Nick guy. I like his content. But they all have a reason why they're successful. So, say this. So there, all right, we can just go with that for now, and then I can expand on it. All right, so let's go back to this. So, profitable problem, I'd say, is for over 40. Then again, you're gonna have this more authority on it. Is just having that testosterone. You're saying it's the testosterone thing. Okay, it's an actual problem. Yes. Why? Because it impacts them severely. How does this problem directly? Okay, we've already mentioned that. Okay, major problem. Okay, so again, major problem you solve. Yep, kind of problem you specialize in. All right, so what I want you to do next, and again, you haven't done this, is I want you to write a target avatar. Do you remember on the document, there is actually a full-blown target avatar? Did you see that?
I believe I did. I looked at this stuff entirely, so I think I did.
Yeah. So what I want you to do is I want you to write out the target avatar. The reason why what that allows you to do is every time you're writing a piece of content, when you're creating your offer, when you're writing your content, when we're doing the sales process, well, actually, just for you, when it comes down to creating your offer and your content, you can visually see this person, and then you can you're visually creating content for this person. You're like, okay, these are his problems. How would Johnny feel when he actually saw this piece of content? Would he like really resonate with it? Would he hate it? And again, this is the reason why you need to actually write out a detailed target avatar with a picture as well. Again, you can get pictures on what's it called, Pixabay or stock site. Doesn't matter if you've got the thing on it. This allows you to actually see this person. So again, that's what I want you to do in regards to this. Just create an avatar based off this. After creation, type questions. All right, yeah. So this one right here. This one I don't feel it was answered in the best way, because here's the thing. If you could give, let's call him Johnny, a red pill, and he could achieve his desired outcome tomorrow, would he pay $5,000 for that? Why?
Yeah, he would because.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, he would because he really wants it done, and nobody else can do it. So if he has something important the next day and he needs it done now, then he'll pay the money for it.
But why? Why would he pay for that? Again, you're saying he would pay for it, but why? Why would he pay for this?
Because it's a high in demand. I feel like it's a must have. It's important to him.
Why is it important to him?
Because it'll change his life.
In what way?
By, let's see, it could be a lot of ways. You talking about as far as him losing? Let's see, who would be a person? I feel like because it's just never been done before, it would help him because it's never been done before, and he's tired of wasting time for the most part.
Okay, so why? Okay, so this is the thing. You said he's tired of wasting time, but why? Why is he tired of wasting time? Like what? How is this really going to impact him?
I'm thinking he gets to have the look that he's been wanting for a long time. He gets to have the look, and also the confidence. He gets his confidence back that he hasn't had in probably a long time.
All right. And with this confidence, what is that going to bring to him in his life? Because again, some people, confidence is more about the relationships, something about him being happy to walk on the beach, maybe social life. Like, how is his confidence really going to impact him in his life?
Happiness, and not feeling stressed or depressed. Because a lot of people are depressed because they can't get that look, or they're just depressed walking around looking in the mirror. A lot of people don't take. So a lot of my clients say they haven't taken a picture in a while because they're depressed. They don't like the way they look. But when I came into their lives, I changed their lives in a matter of 3 weeks. Now they like walking around with their shirts off because they're happy. They could put on certain clothes again. They feel energized. They're just happy. They've never had this kind of service before with somebody as detailed as
Okay, Brennis, I want you to stop. I want you to stop right there. Right there, you're talking about yourself. You said, oh, they've never had this service before. That's not what I asked. All right. And the reason why I'm asking you these questions, just to give you context, is people, the bigger the problem, the more people pay. All right. So I'll give you an example. Why do I want to make thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars per month? All right. It's not because I want to, okay, the side effect is helping coaches, but the main reason for me wanting to make all this money is so that I am able to live where the hell I want, when I want, take care of my family, and at the same time, when I'm earning $50,000 per month, then I'm able to then take my grandpa. This is a massive reason. I'm able to take my grandpa out in the Lamborghini that he told me about. He doesn't know I want to do this for him. I want to take my grandpa out in a Lamborghini. I want to hire for a few days. We're just going to race around in the countryside in Wales. That's one reason. Number two, I want to have my mum retired for the rest of her life. Number three, I'm doing this because I want to be able to have one of the most amazing lives in the world. Be able to, if I say click of the finger, I want to take a private jet and fly there. I want to have the freedom to be able to go where I want, when I want. And again, whenever it comes down to confidence, there is a subtle reason behind that. Again, every single thing, there is 7 levels of why. We have, oh, why are you doing this? Why? Oh, okay, why? Okay, why? And when somebody wants to be confident, it's not about a program, oh, they're getting all results. No, it's because they have a reason below that. Maybe it's they're happy in their life. Okay, why? What is that happiness going to bring to them in their life? Contentment. Okay, so when they're content, like how does their life look like? Did you understand what I'm getting at here, Brett?
I'm confused, Michael. Like I know all these whys, but I'm more so like, see, you're thinking it in a deeper content. Like I've never had to think this deep before, which is very helpful. But I don't. If you know why and you listen to why, I'll look at them and be like, that makes sense. But right now, I can't come up with any deeper whys because I know people like to get straight to the point. Well, why are you doing it? Because I want to feel better about myself. Why? Because I'm tired of going to the store and people looking at me weird.
They want to be sexy for their spouse.
Yeah, why? They want to be sexy for their spouse. Or if they're single,
they want to attract someone. They want beach body. They may see the celebrities on TV. They want to look like them.
There we go. Joy just done it for you there. People haven't, they don't want to be sexier. Oh, they want to be sexier. Why? Because they want to be they want to walk and they have that confidence that people can look at them because they have an ego. Or they're walking down the beach and they want the woman to look at them. So then they're like, oh, okay, I can talk to that bird, which, a bird is a British thing. They could talk to a girl because before they did not have the confidence to go up to that woman before, because they do it for sexual desires. This is when we get down to the baseline black and white. They're doing it for sexual desires. They're doing it for a job position. They're doing it to be more attractive for their wife. Again, they say this stuff to you, and yes, like if you're saying why, they're going to be like, why are you asking me all these questions? But let me just stop the screen share for a minute. I'll just stop this there. But here's the big thing you need to think about is when we're thinking about this, the reason why we've been doing this like today is because we're trying to get down to the deeper level of why people are making these decisions. Because when they make these decisions for big, like why is this problem worth $5,000? That's when you make a lot more money, brothers. Is because you understand on a deeper level why they're doing what they're doing. If you can solve a $5,000 problem, bro, you only need 200 clients to make $1 million. Whereas $1,000, you need 1,000 clients.
Right.
So again, if you need to go through this with Joy, because Joy seemed to have a brain spark there, which was good. She saw it in a different way and helped you there. Go through it with Joy, because this is good. This right here, because we're laying the foundation right now, everything else stacks on top of it. If the foundation is not solid, the house is going to fall over like them Chinese tofu buildings. All right? You've seen them, yeah? So again, this is the reason why this is so important. And I'm not letting this go because this is what's going to make you a ton of money, not only on your profile, but here's the thing. Right now, you have like 60K followers, I think. You have 60K followers, right?
On where?
How many followers do you have?
On Instagram or Facebook?
Okay, 92. So you have 92. All right. Yeah, you have 92. So let's say we can Instagram on Instagram you've got 92. But let's say because again every single person that comes into your profile is going to be the target avatar from ads, but also with your content when people start to go through your content and it starts to get seen by a lot of people, a lot of guys in the 40s, because Instagram sees which type of people like your content and it's going to push more out to those people. So if we're talking 40-year-olds and it goes viral amongst 40-year-olds, you're going to get a ton of free traffic. But this is the reason why we're doing the solid foundation part right now, is so that we can get that and then everything goes around that. All right? That make sense?
So from now on, just start making things about people over 40 and posting it.
So before we do that, I don't even want you to change any of your content right now. I want you to finish this, make this solidified, and then we'll go on to the next step. Because phase one is your profitable problem, target avatar, and offer. Once those three things are on point, then it goes into your bio, your profile, the top post, and also your profile. That's when you can build everything on top of that. So you can start to create content around 40-year-olds just to start going, but also we need to finish this, which again, it should be finished quite soon.
Yeah,
again,
I have it saved on my computer, so I'll go back through there and change the answers for what we talked about today.
Yeah. So again, I want you to, I think we made quite a bit of progress. And what I'll do is I'll also give you access to all these answers. Again, I did this on a Lucid chart, but I'll give you a screenshot of all of this as well. And then like we can move forward from there. So I think that we've made some progress in the right direction. I do think that we're going to need to refine a few things, but I do feel that over 40, but again, we need to get the messaging on point. Because the messaging is what is going to attract those 40-year-olds. If you speak directly to those 40-year-olds and over, then they're going to be like, yo, Brenna's talking to me. I've got to follow this guy because he feels me. He knows my problems.
Yeah, I could definitely, and the crazy thing is yes, I'm going to fix that sheet, but the crazy thing is, Mike, I can make one post for a minute and 30 seconds to real time and talk about those problems that I used to have. And I promise you, people will be able to relate to that 40 and over. And they'll automatically start clicking follow or like or whatever the case may be. So I can definitely do that. And I'm going to change that paper and send it back to you and let you know when I'm finished.
Yeah. And when you are creating the content, do one problem at a time. Don't do all the problems. Because just one at a time, because then that gives you more content. Like once we got this on point, this is again, it's going to impact not only your content, but it's going to impact the ads and everything else, because we're going to be calling out the target avatar and also the offer. The offer is going to resonate. So everything across the board is going to resonate. So yeah, that's also like have you finished your job? You finished now, or you still got a few more days?
No, I'm finished. Tomorrow I go in and turn in my computer, and that's it. I haven't worked all week. So last Friday was my last day, but my last official day is tomorrow when I go turn in my computer and walk out that building. That's it. All
right, perfect. Yeah. The reason why I asked you this is I think that one of the things that we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a lot more nurture content. And I feel that with your vibe, your brand, especially like I went to YouTube and you've had your kids. I thought it was funny, the one where like you're following your daughter and you're like, where's Joy, or where's the mom? Where's your mom? And then she's like eating the cookies in the cupboard. So I thought that was funny. So
Right.
I feel
Yeah.
that I feel that what you do, like the vibe that you have, you're perfect for like the longer form content as well. And your idea, the idea of that, it was so cool. So I do feel that you can really show more of your personality in the longer form content. And the difference between short form and long form is long form people get to know you more. So that's something I want to start to integrate once we've got all of this on point. And that's maybe a week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks away. Once we've solidified all this, gotten the plan out, all that kind of stuff, and then we can start to go into the long form, because that's really, I think, going to snowball everything, not only with the high ticket, but also with the school as well.